Tell him, Steve Dave.
Something my sister did recently made me think of you. She has 2 kids. She has 3 kids. 2 are in high school, and my one niece is constantly getting grounded. And she got grounded for hanging around with some girl she's not supposed to hang around with. Purely by, like, the kid's sweet, like, I know her. She's a good kid. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. I don't know why she said you can't hang around with her, but she's like, you can't hang around with this girl. And when you first moved into...
But hold on.
What's that?
Well, so why do you assume that there's absolutely no reason? There has to be a reason.
Oh no, because I know. I know it's like it's the most tenuous. Is that the right word to use?
There has to be a reason, though, that a parent would say that. There's no way you can go on there and say...
Okay, it's not like she's fucking, my sister's crazy and just, like, randomly was like, you can't hang out with blank from now on. Like,
yeah, there has to be a reason.
Taken off guard. I think that the reason is kind of weak and not very fair. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I mean to say. It's like, it's not very fair to the girl, I didn't think.
Okay.
It's not one of my more fucking passionate subjects, so I didn't bother mentioning it to her. But have you done that yet with your daughter, like your older daughter? You haven't.
There's been no, like, you're forbidden from seeing this person or hang out now.
Because I thought it wasn't.
She doesn't hang out with anybody yet.
But you said she went over to somebody's house and, like, they're messing around.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
Was she allowed to go back to that house anymore?
I don't know. My wife probably handled it.
It wasn't anything, like, totally scandalous. It was like somebody typed the word bra or something.
Yeah, it was
like
something
that.
silly.
Something really, like, lame, but, like...
Yeah, it was something silly, but enough to cause an eyebrow raising, and I let my wife handle that. I don't know if... I'm sure that...
Raise your eyebrow, too? Or just raise...
I had to raise mine, too, if I recall it did, and... But I chalk it up to...
they were IMing someone named the real Steve Dave. Oh, that raises an eyebrow.
I just chalk that up to, that shit's going to happen as you grow up, stuff like that. So it was innocent enough where I wasn't concerned, and I'm sure that she still can be friends with that girl. But I'm not.
You're sure she can? You told me this months ago. Like, so there was no banishment that you're aware of, anyway.
No, there wasn't.
Okay. Would you do that, though? Would you, like, eventually, if you're like, you can't hang around with her? What if the girl hadn't done anything? Like, your daughter's friends with another girl. The girl hadn't really done anything, but it was based on the reputation of the family, say.
Sure.
You still would be like, you can't hang out with her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you and I might not be sitting here right now if I had listened to One Pan Johnson back in 19... When did you move to Highlands?
78?
Yeah, 78.
Oh, she was not... She was like...
She wasn't hot on Walt Flanagan.
To look down her nose at the Flanagans?
Not the Flanagans. Just, I mean, maybe she, by extension of what you did to incur that sort of feeling, maybe she looked down on the Flanagans a little. But it was one of the first days that you were there. Did you start? I don't remember. You came in the beginning of the year, right?
Yes.
And we started hanging out pretty quickly, from what I recall.
Yeah.
And I remember. It was like definitely within the first couple months you were there, you drew a picture of a dude from the legs up, like the feet, the legs, and the ass. And you put 2 eyeballs on the ass, but like they were like going in different directions, like they were like crazy eyes. And underneath it, you had written "wild ass" and gave it to me.
I knew it.
And oh my god, I fucking wish I still had it. It was probably confiscated because my mom picked me up from school that day, and we were going down Linden. I remember it like it was fucking yesterday, and I was like an asshole. I was like, "Hey mom, look what my friend Walter drew," and she was just like, "You're not allowed to hang around with him anymore."
So what happened between 5th grade and senior year in high school that your mom just was like totally the most...
Oh, like why was she nice to you? And
not nice to me, but she seemed like a person who was totally not... anything goes.
She wouldn't be that prude?
Yeah.
My mom gives you an anything goes?
Yeah, anything goes kind of attitude.
Wait a second, is this why you were my friend throughout high school?
I don't mean that way, but she seemed to be more...
Shut up, Edgar, shut up. Come out of the closet when Walt's done. But what were we talking about? Oh, this lifelong friendship, which from 78 to now is like, what, 31 years? Yeah,
31 years.
That's fucking long. To get back to what I was talking about with Metallica. I went to a Metallica show in MSG recently with my friend Brian, my girlfriend Suzanne, and another girl, Justine. And the ticket that Justine used, at first, my first thought was Walt Flanagan. Maybe he'd want to go, because I knew you never saw Metallica. We have gone to shows in the past. King Diamond, as a matter of fact, despite your fucking attempt to distance yourself earlier. Monster Magnet.
Yes.
And but this was an arena show, and it was in a different state.
This is a different show. This is a different beast altogether. A Metallica show.
I knew there was very little chance that you were going to go, but when you said no, I understood. I was like, I knew he probably wasn't going to go anyway. And Metallica came on, and fucking slow song on Ride the Lightning. Fade to Black. Fade to Black. And while I was standing there, it really started to fucking remind me of that.
Isn't that the Suicide song?
Yeah.
This reminded you of me?
Yes. Not in a fucking bad way. Not in a big, yeah. not in a way of like.
It couldn't have been like what's a real killer fucking.
Like what's an awesome song?
Metallica song that would be like,
I don't think they have any like friendship songs. They mention good buddies and shit. Fucking.
All right, so Fade to Black.
So Fade to Black. It just, for some reason, but it reminded. Maybe you'll fucking understand once I tell you. It reminded me of that old Cordoba I used to have. That really big Cordoba. You remember?
It was maroon.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
With that white top, and it had.
You only had one 8-track tape.
Yep.
And it was Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
And Ride the Lightning played for that entire summer, which would have been 86.
Yes.
Summer of 86, right after we graduated. And it really fucking took me back to, like, just standing there. I mean, I was high, much to your fucking frowning disapproval. But, we had smoked in there, and I was, like, getting all fucking, like, not melancholy, but I was getting kind of, like, misty-eyed for, like, those times. Because they were really fucking fun. Like, that was a fun fucking summer, playing basketball and, driving around, and I mean, at the time, fucking the world seemed ahead of you. Fucking now it seems way behind me. I missed it somewhere along the line, but it just fucking reminded me of like pretty fucking good times, and like you being there, and then it reminded me of like my like I said, I started thinking about what my sister had done with her daughter, and Pam trying to do that to me, and even to this day, like 31 years later, and it was like, it just struck me then. I was like, I'm gonna fucking know Walt Flanagan for my entire life. Like, this is not a guy that like sometimes you have friends and like you stay in contact and shit, but then it like, it gets less and less because of distance or
right.
Fucking whatever. But I was like, no matter what fucking distance, and there aren't many people in my life like that.
Me
certainly not that I've known as long as you. And it just fucking made me feel like really good that there were guys like you in my life that like I would.
Oh, that's nice.
I would have Walt like, give me the fuck out of here. No, I know this sounds sappy and bullshitty and fucking stupid, but
no,
it was what I was feeling.